received your instructions in your dressing room. Do I have any questions from the challenger? Do I have any questions from the champion? Touch gloves, fight hard, fight clean, fight fair, step back, let's go.
Here we go. Big John McCarthy, our referee. Anderson Silva against Rich Ace Franklin. Middleweight championship is on the line.
Here we go, UFC middleweight championship, you ready? You ready? Let's get it on, come on.
Franklin with his ankles taped. I don't know if that means he's going to unleash more kicks in this fight, or if he's just worried about his ankles. It's hard to say.
Silva is so creative with his striking, so versatile, and his pinpoint accuracy is unbelievable. But I will tell you, Randy, that Rich Franklin doesn't carry his hands like Chris Lieben does.
No, he certainly doesn't. Much more effective, precise striking from Rich Franklin. And yeah, Anderson Silva laser-sighted in his kicks. Both guys southpaws, and I wonder how often they actually face southpaws in a real fight. More often than not, facing orthodox fighters.
Franklin falls away with that right.
Inside kick attempt by Franklin. Nice chopping leg kick by Anderson Silva. Return the
good
favor.
answer by Franklin in combination. Both have great head movement. Both utilize great angles. Both have good ground skills. In fact, Silva, outstanding Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner who got his black belt from the Nogueira brothers. So if it does go down, both are comfortable there. Straight kick by Silva. I think they're going to test each other out on the feet for a while.
Left round kick by Franklin, answered by a straight front kick by Anderson Silva.
Rich trying to lead with that right jab again.
Warrior Franklin coming into this fight with a black eye.
Yeah, you know what? I think ever since he left the school, he's had a black eye continuously. Good combination.
Muay Thai clinch by Anderson. Look for Franklin to come over the top with his elbows.
Oh, good answer by Rich Franklin. Franklin utilizing the knees.
Watch your head.
Nice knees by Anderson, right to the middle of Rich Franklin.
Good Muay Thai clinch by Anderson Silva. Deceptively strong with that long, lean body, 5'11", 185. Franklin, we know, is as strong as they come. He has fought at 205.
Look at the midsection of Rich Franklin now. It's bright pink.
Being punished by Anderson Silva. Great Muay Thai work right here. Great work in the clinch.
This body work here could pay dividends in a 5-round fight. Anderson going to town on Rich Franklin's body.
Oh,
Rich
continuously.
Rich has dropped his hands.
Here.
Rich is in trouble here.
Rich just struck a punch to
right
the
on
face.
The chin. And these body shots are getting to Rich. He's dropped his hands to cover his body and exposed his head.
And he took a punch. Yeah, Rich is definitely worn down from that exchange. The knees by Silva. Rich has got his left arm there to try to protect what seemed to be damaged ribs.
To the face.
Got him again. Franklin's in trouble. High kick by Silva. Rich is in trouble. Anderson Silva.
Another knee to the head.
Franklin. And it's all over.
Rich Franklin.
Anderson Silva is the new middleweight champion.
Went to work on his that shot right there broke Rich's nose. And that was the end of the fight. A high kick, another high kick to the body. Tried the big elbow, another knee right to the head, and Rich goes down for the last time here. John McCarthy saw enough. Boom! Flush on the face for that right knee. Rich staggers back.
Anderson Silva is lethal.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John McCarthy is called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by TKO, and now, the new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva!
All right, gentlemen, I gave your instructions in your locker rooms. I want a good, clean fight. Do I have any questions from the challenger? Do I have any questions from the champion? Touch gloves, fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. Let's get it going.
Respectful bow by the champion.
Oh, he's pure class. defeated Rich Franklin to become the champion. Nate Marquardt wants to be the next champion. It is our main event of the evening. Big John McCarthy, our referee.
All right, UFC middleweight championship, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Here we go. Anderson Silva.
Southpaw stance by Anderson.
Absolutely.
Look for the jab of Anderson Silva. He has an excellent jab. Good leg kick by Nate Marquardt.
Stepped around the corner through that left leg kick to the lead leg of Anderson Silva. Anderson's left hand pretty low.
Anderson Silva's striking is absolutely beautiful to watch.
He looks like he's setting up for a left kick, the way he's positioning his body.
Marquardt would much rather try to work this fight to the ground.
Good right hand by Silva.
Silva!
Oh, tries a jumping knee.
Marquardt looking to take him down.
Good takedown defense by Anderson. He's down.
Finally, Marquardt pulls his head right out.
Anderson's trying to get that leg free. He's got excellent triangles off his back. He caught Travis Luter in a triangle.
He's a long, lean, graceful fighter. Uses that leverage to his advantage, those long levers.
We saw Minotauro Nogueira in his UFC debut tonight. Nogueira, his brother, the ones who awarded the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt to Anderson Silva. Known so much because of the striking displays he has put on here in the octagon, but an outstanding Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner.
He's got an arm triangle from the bottom. If he can cinch that, let that hand on his bicep, he let it go.
It's hard to do from the half guard. If he had full guard from there, it might be a more effective position. Trapping that far arm now, he's got a seat belt. Reached across the waist behind Nate Marquardt. May look to sweep or roll him from there. Marquardt's so strong.
And many consider Randy Marquardt perhaps the most technically sound ground fighter at 185 pounds.
Marquardt attempted to pass, he left an opening, and Anderson pulled full guard here.
Obviously, Anderson not too worried about being taken down. A flying knee, probably not the technique of choice if you're worried about being taken down.
High guard by Anderson.
Silva has won 3 of his last 4 fights.
He pushes him off
in the very first round by knockout.
And he's got very dangerous up kicks. He knocked out Yushin Okami with an up kick. Although Yushin was technically he was on his knees, so it was ruled a disqualification. He's very dangerous off his back with strikes and with submissions.
Do something to improve your position. If you want to stay there, improve it. Let's go.
Nice elbow attempt. Nice elbow attempt by Marquardt. That would have hurt if it landed.
Marquardt on a 6-fight win streak. We talked about the great training of Rashad Evans, his teammate. Nate Marquardt has gone through the same preparation for tonight's big fight.
Saw the up kicks there, and Marquardt fell, almost doing a nice triangle position.
Yeah, he looks like he's looking for that.
Come on, let's go. Improve it.
McCarthy telling Marquardt he must improve his position.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Let's go. Let's get it up.
And they will stand it up.
Come on. Come on, let's go.
The risk is great every time this fight is stood up. The risk is great for Nate Marquardt, at least on paper. Rich Franklin waiting for a potential rematch with Anderson Silva if he wins here tonight.
So, big straight left hand. Big straight left hand.
Nate grabs a single.
Silva trying to deliver big punishment to Marquardt here on the very first round.
Good body punches by Silva.
Good left by Anderson Silva.
Really needs to take his weight off of that knee and put that on his hips on the back of Marquardt's head, where he's going to get taken down with a single leg. Sprawl hard, keep that weight off of the mat and on Marquardt. Nice second attempt by Marquardt. Trying to dump him with the head outside single. Nice switch.
Nice
Nice switch by Silva.
20 seconds remains in the round. Silva looking to overwhelm Marquardt at the end of round number 1. Caught him with a big shot.
That might be it.
Marquardt is in trouble. It is all over.
Wow.
Anderson Silva remains the middleweight champion.
That's how dangerous that man is. Any little opening.
Big right hand from standing in Marquardt's guard generated a huge amount of power.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes 50 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO and still the UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson "The Spider" Silva.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the UFC middleweight championship. I went over their instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. I want you to fight clean. Do you have any questions from the challenger? Any questions from the champion? Touch gloves. Let's get it on.
Undoubtedly, this is a different Rich Franklin as he faces that man, Anderson Silva, once again, Joe. Will it make a difference, though? Can he be victorious? Can he erase the demons? Can he once again become the middleweight champion? Big John McCarthy, our referee.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
The Bengals shorts being sported by Rich Franklin. The Steelers shorts, ironically, by Anderson Silva.
Really interesting to see what Franklin's strategy is coming into the second fight. And one of the things that he said that he was surprised with the first fight was how well he did in the stand-up.
It was the clinch that killed him. Both men southpaws. Franklin is willing to exchange with anybody in the world.
Inside leg kick by Franklin. His mind, his eyes, the way he's looking at already look better. He looks clear, looks more confident.
Just talking to him this week, you could tell that he had a smile back on his face. It's almost as if he had a secret, Joe.
Good right hand by Franklin. Good inside leg kick by Franklin as well.
Let's see how he deals with the clinch.
He took a knee to the body.
Let's see if Silva can get the clinch.
He's spinning around, shaking him off. Pushes him up against the cage. Obviously, he's learned something.
Let's see what happens here in close quarters. What does he need to do differently in the clinch from the first time?
He cannot let Anderson Silva grab that plum, the Muay Thai plum, grabbing two hands, clasping the back of the neck. He cannot let that happen because Anderson pinches down on your neck and can swing you back and forth and control you and lead you into knees. So what he's doing is he's got a strong overhook on the left side, and every time Anderson goes to grab that head, he's going to stop him. He's going to do whatever he can. Grab the waist, keep him down. He's got him down.
There you go. Rich Franklin avoided the clinch and got the takedown.
And Anderson Silva has a dangerous guard. Rich has got to be careful. And Joe Silva's informed me that Matt Hume has worked extensively with Rich about passing the guard. Worked constantly on that.
It's the first time Franklin's ever taken his camp out of Cincinnati. He went to Wyoming for a number of weeks to train in the altitude and the seclusion, if you will, to get away from the media attention and all the fans who adore him.
Anderson back to his feet. Rich has got a hold of one of the legs. Anderson back to his feet.
This will only energize Rich Franklin and energize this very pro-Franklin crowd here.
Another thing we haven't seen out of Anderson is what is Anderson's conditioning like when he drags into deep water? Rich Franklin's work ethic and conditioning are second to none. The only person I can see is work as hard as much as this guy does is Sean Scherr. He's got an unbelievable strength and conditioning program that he puts his body through.
This the main event of UFC 77. Gotta watch for that clinch at any moment on those dangerous knees.
Took a little knee to the body there and backed away.
Silva!
Turning side kick to the body.
He caught him. This is where he's so dangerous, Joe. He's still so good.
Rich Franklin is very dangerous here as well.
Absolutely.
And Rich has some unorthodox punches. Rich's punches come from weird angles. Like, you see that?
Yep.
They landed that right hand.
Over the top. Rich said this would be a different fight. So far it is.
Good body kick by Anderson there.
Watch your fingers.
Good right hand by Anderson. Rich is in trouble.
Silva trying to overwhelm him again. Franklin looking to survive early here in round one.
Rich looked up at the clock.
He continuously looks up at the clock.
But you know what? Already he looks much better. His performance is much better than the first fight.
Let's go to fifth.
When a fighter has doubts, when a fighter is coming off injuries, your mind has to be clear coming into a big fight against a dangerous fighter like Anderson.
He had a 7-month layoff after the win over Loiseau, in which he got all busted up.
And in that 7-month layoff, he was recovering from a broken hand and a badly injured ankle.
Franklin
body
is
by
cut.
Franklin.
Franklin is cut above his left eye with Silva.
Nice knee to the body by Anderson.
Looking for the takedown. Franklin got out of it. 40 seconds remains in the first of 5 5-minute rounds.
Body kick by Franklin.
You talked about Silva's impeccable timing, Joe. He caught one there.
Good left hand by Rich Franklin.
Oh, Silva dancing around. Oh, my. Oh, spinning back fist. He's caught him with everything fancy so far, if you will.
He's got the plum. Rich has got to be careful here. He's got it.
Oh, there's a big one. 10 seconds left in the round.
Rich is
5 seconds left in the round.
right hand. Big
Down
right
goes
hand.
Franklin. The round is over. They have great respect for each other, do Franklin and Silva.
Good leg kick by Franklin.
The scary thing when you fight Anderson Silva is you're just starting to get the feeling it's just a matter of time until he puts on a flurry like he did at the end of the round.
Very nice leg kick by Anderson.
Franklin's going to bring it again, though. And as you said, he's got knockout power and he's got unorthodox striking. But a couple of the moves that scored were the spinning back fist and the spinning kick. And that was the things that caught Franklin off guard. Caught him in the midsection and then caught him right across the chin.
The real shot that hurt him was that right hand.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. But the first ones that really were ones that caught him off guard were those. And Franklin goes down momentarily.
Rich has got to be careful here. Don't turn away from
each
him.
one again. Silva with a big knee. Franklin is in trouble.
Nice right hand.
Silva trying to finish it here. Another knee. And down goes Franklin. And it is all over. Anderson Silva has defended his middleweight title.
Who can stop that man?
He dominates Rich Franklin again.
He's such a sniper. I mean, his strikes are so accurate, so deadly. You see him there being congratulated by Nogueira, the man who trains him in jiu-jitsu and gave him his black belt. Let's take a look at the end of the fight.
He's so classy.
Well, he so embodies the martial arts spirit of honor and Budo. Here he is, bang! Knee to the chin. Body shot, leg kick. Rich
Boom.
Franklin is just getting overwhelmed here. The right hand hurts him.
Boom.
The knee to the head hurts him. Another knee.
That right knee caught him flush, Joe. That was it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 7 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO and still the UFC middleweight world champion, Anderson the Spider Silva!
All right, gentlemen, protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's give these people what they came to see.
Man, I can't wait for this.
I was just saying, I have no idea what's going to happen.
If I was at home right now, I'd be screaming obscenities at the TV.
The American Henderson or the Brazilian Silva. Only one man will leave the UFC middleweight champion, and here we go!
No touch of gloves by Anderson.
Red, white, and blue trunks for Henderson. The white on the back. The familiar colors of yellow and black for Anderson the Spider Silva. A feeling out process early.
Both men very respectful of each other's skills.
And they should be. Kick by Henderson. Can Henderson stand up with Anderson Silva, Joe?
We're going to find out.
Yeah,
There's only one way to find out.
Exactly. Or should he, maybe, is the more appropriate question.
Well, one thing Anderson likes to do, and we saw it in the first fight with Rich Franklin, he likes to let guys throw some stuff and he just moves around and lets you. He wants to just gauge your timing and try to figure out how fast you're moving, and then he attacks. He gives you some time, lets you do what you got to do, and then he comes on strong.
5 minutes for each of the 5 scheduled rounds.
But what he doesn't do is attack recklessly.
Inside leg kick. Henderson tried to come over the top. He ate an uppercut, though.
Block the high kick.
Henderson has some serious knockout power. And he has never been knocked out. Silva is just so versatile.
Yeah, he will create some very unusual moves in the ring. One of the craziest knockouts I've ever seen, he knocked out Tony Strickland with the weirdest
There's
elbow
another
ever.
perfect example,
He threw
Joe.
an inside crescent kick. He threw an elbow that came up from the bottom. It came up, standing up towards the chin, like an uppercut. It was crazy. Knocked him out cold.
Tried to come in from an odd angle there.
Big clinch and a takedown. And Anderson Silva is a legitimate black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the Nogueira brothers. So interesting to see how he handles this position.
Well, this is certainly what Henderson wants to do. Impose his will, punish Silva, break him down. And he's one of the best in the world at doing so. Only 2 men have submitted Henderson, ironically, both the Nogueiras in Henderson's long career.
And both of those guys, much larger fighters.
Absolutely.
Henderson, that's how tough he is. He fought Minotauro, and Minotauro was 230. And Henderson, you know, barely weighs 200.
Henderson with the distance with Quentin Rampage Jackson in London, trying to unify the light heavyweight title. He was not able to capture the UFC belt. Rampage kept it. Now he gets a chance here at 85.
Those hammer fists, they don't look like much, but they're doing some damage. They're landing right on the temple over and over again. Anderson doing a good job of controlling Dan's posture, though, keeping him from landing anything else.
Seconds remains in round number 1.
Good elbow by Henderson.
Joe, Dan Henderson said that no disrespect to Silva's previous opponents, but he thought that all those guys were good matchups for Anderson Silva, just stylistically. And as you talked about, he feels like he's a bad matchup for him.
Well, yeah, I mean, stylistically, he's the worst matchup for him. I mean, he's just unbelievably tough and a fantastic wrestler. Olympic caliber, world class.
Keeps covering the mouth, trying to disrupt the breathing pattern of Anderson Silva. Hammer fisting away. Is certainly the most perhaps punishing and powerful man that Silva has faced, especially here in the octagon.
He's passed here. If he, I mean, he really is inside control. Right there, he goes. Now
30 seconds. Good first round for Dan Henderson.
Phenomenal first round for Henderson. Anderson spins out,
tries
gets
to
the guard
for position. We know Silva has submissions. We saw him work on a very good jiu-jitsu artist in Travis Luter. But the American opens up this fight in style.
Great round for Henderson.
Good strikes early attempted by Anderson Silva. attacking from a lot of different angles, as Joe talked about.
One of the beautiful things about this fight is that it's a 5-rounder as well. And I really get to see these guys stretch their game out.
And that's something that Henderson pointed to on frequent occasion, Joe, is that he's been in the 5-round wars where Silva has never seen one in his career, especially here in the UFC. He hasn't been out of the 2nd round inside the octagon.
That's a very good point, but he is in phenomenal condition.
No question.
And I mean, he's so professional. You know, when I talked to Ed Soares, his manager, about his training regimen, I mean, the guy is just, he's the epitome of a professional.
Good head movement by Silva, trying to set up an attack.
Great leg kick, and Henderson lands a right hand over the top.
And finished with an uppercut. He has that devastating right hand as Dan Henderson.
He's eating some kicks, though. Even blocking these kicks in the arm is very dangerous.
Silva looking for top position.
Henderson drags him down, pulls guard. And that's a testament to the versatility of Dan Henderson. If he can't get to the fight to the ground by a takedown, he'll just pull guard and just have some faith in his ability to control the fight once he gets a hold of your body.
There aren't many skills, if any, that these men don't possess. UFC 82, Pride of a Champion, our main event of the evening. Middleweight title fight, Henderson and Silva.
This is also the first camp, training camp that Dan Henderson did at Big Bear.
Yep.
Which should be significant as well because he trained at altitude, and so he should have a lot more oxygen to use for this fight. And as Anderson is a very difficult opponent to train for, so is Dan Henderson. Very difficult to find a wrestler with that kind of punching power.
And this Greco clinch.
Yeah, and that's really significant as well, is that he's got the perfect style of wrestling. The Greco-Roman style seems to be the best style to adapt to mixed martial arts. Good right hand by Anderson.
Watch out for the knee, he caught him, and another one. Henderson's in trouble. Henderson slides under. Silva looking to finish. He caught him with a big knee. And
Big
an elbow by Anderson Silva. Silva got his clinch, and he delivered a quick knee, a devastating knee. Anderson Silva now working in Henderson's half guard.
Henderson trying to regroup, trying to control Anderson here. Every time he lets him go, though, every time he loses control of his posture, it's dangerous.
Under 2 minutes remains in the 2nd round. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Middleweight title on the line here tonight, Joe.
Henderson's in half guard right now, but it's a very loose half guard. There's nothing really keeping Anderson Silva's leg in there. Well, now he's got it locked down.
Welterweight title at UFC 83. Lightweight title to be contested at UFC 84. Tickets for UFC 84 go on sale tomorrow. UFC.com, Ticketmaster.com, MGM Grand Box Office.
DJ Penn versus Sean Shirk. Are you kidding me?
All we do is have a great title fight. Good 2nd round for the UFC champion.
He's got Dan's back here.
A lot of time to work. Oh, trying to work his way up with an elbow is Dan Henderson.
Dan's got to be careful. He's back mounted. He's in deep trouble here.
Silva's got the hooks in, Joe. This is big trouble for Dan Henderson.
If he flattens Dan out, Dan's in real big trouble.
Silva looking.
Body triangle.
To finish Henderson here.
This is real bad because he's squeezing and he restricts Dan's breathing.
This is where we are reminded again that this man is much more than a striker.
Now this is even worse because he flattens him out.
25 seconds remains.
He can submit people from this position alone without even the choke. Dan's
20
in
seconds
deep
remain.
trouble.
Silva trying to finish it. Anderson Silva looking to choke out Henderson.
Dan is in deep trouble. He's
It's all over.
Wow.
Anderson Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion.
How versatile is that guy? The one guy that we thought would be his biggest challenger, and he doesn't even get out of the 2nd round. Man!
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 52 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, and still the UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva!
All right, gentlemen, we've gone over the rules in your dressing rooms. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna keep this fight nice and clean. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
What a great show of class and respect by both fighters. The champion, the challenger, Herb Dean, our referee. Scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
You ready to fight? You ready? Come on, let's do it.
Red and white trunks. Black and yellow trunks as always for the champion.
Anderson likes to move around. He doesn't usually attack right away. The first minute of the fight, he likes to size his opponent up, figure out his timing, figure out his distance, and then he attacks.
Catch his leg and knock him out. Love Bruce Lee, superhero, Superman, everybody. Comic book aficionado, Anderson Silva.
Vicious combination.
Wow, what a switch.
Oh, Cote lands a spinning back fist.
Now, Cote's Muay Thai is very good. His jiu-jitsu is far behind that of Anderson Silva's, though.
Absolutely, and I'd be surprised if Anderson decided to take him to the ground, though.
They're bodied up there in the clinch game.
I mean, he loves Muay Thai. I mean, he is a phenomenal grappler. He has black belt level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he truly loves the art of Muay Thai. Look at that. Beautiful, elusive maneuver to get away from that punch.
Big kick. Silva. Look at the movement, Joe, and again with that kick.
My friend Brian always describes him like he's in the Matrix. And it really is true. I mean, look at that. So evasive, completely avoided that, spun around.
Cote trains in his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Fabio Holanda. Will Silva look to ground and pound, posture up, or will he look to get right back to his feet?
Cote's doing a good job of controlling the wrists, holding on to him as much as possible, trying to keep him from raining down strikes.
Good elbow from the bottom.
Again. One elbow, Patrick.
Good elbow from the bottom by
Roll over for the
Cote.
armbar. Look at him, he's giving him his hand. Oh, man. How do you not love that guy? And he was serious, too. That wasn't a trick.
Has he won either round, though, Joe?
No, but you know what? He's made an excellent account of himself, and, you know, he hasn't been embarrassed, and he's been in there with the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and he doesn't have a mark. Got a little cut on his forehead, but he's... Oh, no! What happened?
His knee just snapped.
Oh, no!
Done.
Oh, he blew his ACL.
Unbelievable. Wait, he's trying to go.
Fight's done. You can't fight him.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Joe, remember I mentioned earlier I saw him wince and shake that leg out?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 39 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by TKO and still the UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner.
Fellow Brazilians about to battle. Here at Bell Center, the welterweight champion, George Rush St. Pierre, a very interested observer tonight. He's got a Brazilian in his future at UFC 100. Silva, the champion.
Are you ready,
Leites,
sir?
the
You
challenger.
ready? Fight!
And here we go! Familiar trunks, the yellow and black for the Spider. Blue and white for Leites.
We've seen Anderson taken down to the ground before by Travis Lutter. Travis Lutter had him mounted, and of course Dan Henderson had him down, and Anderson was able to hold on and really not get damaged at all in that first round against Henderson. But Henderson did win the round by taking him down and controlling him on the ground.
Lutter had a few people who are Anderson Silva fans worried though in the fight, even though it wasn't a title fight, Joe, trying to submit Silva early. Now Silva's starting to stall, getting closer. Oh, nicely done. Exactly what he was looking to do.
He got swept to the ground, but Tallis would like to be on the ground.
No way Anderson's going to jump in. And he is confident of his ground skills, like you said. But the distinct advantage in which
Tallis
he has...
pulls half guard here. This is critical. He's got a hold of a single. He's got to try to complete it. He's got the ankle. He's got to stand up with that ankle.
He ate one there.
Yeah, but he's still got the leg. And he's got him down. Anderson back to his feet. Tallis has got to keep this grab. Keep this grasp. Even though it was a shutout, even though he took no damage, I still don't think that he's going to be happy.
So you think the criticism that will come of Silva is justified?
Well, it is from a fan's perspective. It is from the perspective of someone being entertaining. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This place is booing. They just saw a 5-round rout, and yet they're still booing. So, you know, you have to look at it like...
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Doug Crosby scores at 49-46. Nelson Hamilton scores at 48-47. And Roussel Benoit scores at 50-46 for the winner, Langagnon. And still the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
All right, gentlemen, we've been through the rules in the locker room. If you have any questions now, ask them now. If not, a nice clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Go back to your corners.
The Spider, Anderson Silva. And there is George Rush St. Pierre.
That's a very invested observer right there.
You got that right.
Anderson will face GSP at 170 if he wins here tonight.
Anderson Silva, Damian Maia. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. That's a very hungry and determined Damian Maia in the white trunks, standing across the octagon from the champion in the dark trunks.
He has to be very careful when he commits himself.
Switch stance, talking to some of the members of Anderson Silva's team. They said tonight they want him to come in with that killer instinct, and as we kind of said a moment ago, Joe, let's just take care of business and move on to the next challenge. Don't let Damian Maia get any confidence at all. Don't let him bring it into his world.
So what Anderson likes to do... What is this? Oh, look at this. Damian gets a hold of him, loses it.
Tried to pull guard. Silva got out of it. Silva starting to stalk.
Flying knee. Damian's in big trouble. He's in big trouble.
And he says, no way, I'm not jumping into your guard. Rocked him with a knee. Kick in the hand.
He's toying with him.
He's definitely toying with him. He's got to be careful he doesn't kick him in the face. Back up. For how long, though? Final 30 seconds of round one. The first thing they teach you in fighting is keep your hands up and protect your face. Unless, of course, you're Anderson Silva.
You know what the first thing they teach you? Don't fight Anderson Silva.
There you go.
Oh, he's going capoeira on him.
Again, that same spot. Look at the welt.
Right on the calf.
Yep, the welt on the calf of Damian Maia.
Maia shoots in and just stuffs immediately. Oh.
He's got to be careful with that, Joe.
Yeah, he does.
He's aiming for the hand, but...
Let's go fight.
Can't kick a downed opponent to the head.
He dives on the leg again, nothing. Just unable to even get close.
I don't know what you can do if you're Damian Maia.
Well, that's all you can
try,
do.
yeah.
Just suicide bomb on one of those legs. He's saying, stand up with me.
Now, if you're Anderson Silva, finish it.
Look at this.
Wow.
What? This is ridiculous.
Tonight's main event has been a showcase of Anderson Silva's skills. Swing and a miss. Maia came after him. Silva again with the kicks. Putting on a show.
He dives on him again, just unable to grab a hold of him. You know, I mean, even when he touches him, Anderson just, his takedown defense is outstanding, pushes away. There's an error by a man who makes very few errors.
Over the top with the left.
I mean, it would be the craziest thing in the world.
He caught him! And the crowd reacts.
Damian is going for broke.
As he should. Why not? Shock the world.
Look at this.
Caught him again. Damian Maia pushing forward.
He just cannot get a hold of him. Look at this.
Swinging from
He's
his
swinging
knees.
from his knees. This is crazy.
That's what I mentioned earlier, Joe. That is one proud Brazilian.
Let's go. We want to see now. Come on.
Damian Maia.
Dan Mergliotta urging him on.
How about this crowd's reaction?
I think he's tired, Mike. I really do.
About midway point of the third round, he became a totally different fighter.
I think he's tired and he doesn't want to show it, and that's why he's not attacking. Wow, this is crazy.
Maybe we will hear from George St. Pierre, something we've heard before. He is just beat up, Joe. Swing again, why not? Explode one last time. 10 seconds remains in the fight. Final seconds of this championship bout. They go the distance.
And still the UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
All right, gentlemen, you've been given your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go back, let's do this.
Anderson Silva. Sonnen. UFC middleweight championship is on the line.
You ready? Let's fight!
Here we go. Silva comes out in the black and yellow trunks.
Chael threw a kick and Anderson caught it.
Southpaw, Chael Sonnen, white trunks. Southpaw against southpaw. Sonnen will push the pace. Wow, the chance of Silva. Oh my, look at that. Whatever it takes. Oh, yeah, he rocked him. He hurt him. Big shot by Chael Sonnen. Uppercuts. Oh my goodness. He hurt him again. Sonnen strikes early. Wow. Who would have expected that? He's got him down. Look at it. Anderson got him down. Chael Sonnen. Chael's got a hold of the guillotine. He's going to use that to stand up, and he does. He's bringing it as promised. He hurt him again. Left hand. Wow. And again. Anderson with his hands down, Joe. Big shot. This is where Chael Sonnen shines. He connected with some vicious strikes. He moves into half guard. He's got the arm pin, Joe. Chael Sonnen. And Chael Sonnen is one of the very best in the world at grinding and beating guys up from the top position. Very difficult to shake off from this spot. Marquardt couldn't do it. Okami couldn't do it. To the body. Silva wants to wall walk. The takedowns we expected. Dominant in the striking game early. I don't know if anybody did. Yeah, we did not expect him to catch him with that left hand and hurt him like that. And again, controlling the legs, pinning his wrist down. Anderson's trying to use that butterfly and elevate him, using his foot here. But Chael's gonna stay on top of him, keep his weight on him. And this is what Chael's best at, that wrestling background. And he's hitting him with some big shots. Catching him every time, Joe. Now he's got his back. Trying to set him up, trying to lock in a choke. Remember, Anderson Silva, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. What Chael is very good at here, Mike, is control. He's probably not going to try to throw the hooks in. He's just going to stay on and roll with them as he did there. Half guard now. Another big shot by the challenger. Full guard now for Silva. And it's dominant as we have seen anybody against Anderson Silva. But it's very early, and it's a 5-round fight. Yeah, what it is a matter of how much damage can he do in this position, how much wear and tear can he put on Silva. Oh my! You could hear that one. Now with a quick left. Into half guard again. Longest win streak in UFC history is in serious jeopardy. Back and forth. The shots to the champion. And that's the kind of stuff that Chael Sonnen does. Those aren't the biggest shots in the world, but he's never going to let you rest. And he'll never go away. Powerful shots again. Good elbow from the bottom by Anderson. Chael's conditioning has always been superb. And now the fight has been taken to Anderson Silva like we have never seen before. The punch that looked like it knocked Anderson down was actually a slip. I was just showing the replay. Anderson ducked under it, lost his footing, and now he's inside control. Lost his footing, ended up on his back, and let's see if he can get off his back. And Anderson's trying to hip escape to get to a better position, but he's very tired at this point. He's been carrying Chael Sonnen's weight for all 4 rounds. And Chael's not going to let him go. Are we 3 minutes away from having a new champion? You know what? You can never count out a guy like Anderson Silva. There's a reason why he's a champion. He's got to know he's in a desperate situation. Let's see how much he's got left. Another elbow from the bottom. What kind of weapons he can pull out of his arsenal. But this is desperation time. This is do or die. Wow. Big punches from Chael Sonnen. Sonnen is beaten. He is bloodied. But that's what he said he expected. He expected to have to go to battle. He expected to have to overcome.
But as tired as he is, he's in his spot. He is on top.
Said, I owe everything I've achieved in my life to the work ethic that my father taught me. And we're seeing it all come to fruition here tonight in this title fight.
And he's gonna keep doing this.
Why not? Punch from the bottom by Anderson Silva. 11-fight win streak could very well be coming to an end. A record-setting win streak.
Triangle!
Watch out!
Triangle!
This is trouble! This is trouble! Can he choke out Chael Sonnen? Can Anderson Silva?
Big trouble. Chael's got his legs. He's got his legs across. That's what's. He's tapping.
It is all over! It is all over!
Wait a minute. What's going on here? Did he tap?
Josh Rosenthal has stepped in.
What is going on here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What's happening here?
Anderson Silva saying he tapped.
Did he tap or did he not tap? He stepped over.
There's the right hand.
That's a tap.
It is all over! Unbelievable! Watch the right hand of Chael Sonnen. Anderson the Spider Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion.
Declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
Follow my orders at all time. Defend yourself for all times. Você tá pronto? Tá pronto? Então vamos pra briga.
The wait is over. Anderson Silva, Vitor Belfort. Fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
I got goosebumps.
Oh, tell me about it.
Here we go, first round, you ready? You ready? Let's go, come on!
Here we go! Southpaw against southpaw. White trunks for Belfort. Yellow trunks with the black for Anderson Silva.
Vitor is classically an aggressive striker, whereas Anderson is a great counter striker. And that is one of the reasons why some of Anderson's fights have not really been that exciting. Guys like Cote, they didn't want to lead. So neither one did anything. They got sort of faced off against each other, waiting for the other to make the move.
Cote, the Predator, probably the last more pure striker or striking first-based fighter that he faced. But both of these guys, in addition to that, though, Joe, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts.
Yes. Yeah, Cote is the best striker so far. Vitor is on another level. Maybe
most of the world.
5 more levels.
Yeah. His flurries are those of legend.
Neither one wants to make the first move, especially this early in the fight.
Who will commit first? It's Belfort. Anderson starts getting that motion going, Joe. That's usually when he's set to get started. Two minutes into round one.
The chants of Vitor. Randy Couture very animated in Vitor's corner.
It was really amazing how many people booed Anderson at the weigh-ins and cheered Vitor.
So many fans have literally watched Vitor grow up inside the octagon, Joe. 19 years old, the Phenom, when he debuted.
I think it's that, but I also think that a lot of people really don't like Anderson.
I think that's
there's been a bunch of fights. Oh, he tagged him with the left. The fights with Leites, the fights with, you know, Maia, where a lot of people felt like they were boring fights and they felt like they spent a lot of money on pay-per-view and they got ripped off. He goes for a head kick and he's down.
Right back up, though, is the Spider.
Anderson lands a knee.
Ducked under the head kick, took him down for just a split second. Now they're starting to open up. Vitor looking for the big left hand.
Outstanding head movement by Anderson.
Like we said, second to none.
Oh! He front kicked him in the face!
Absolutely right. Trying to finish. It is over!
Kick to the face!
Anderson Silva remains the middleweight champion!
A front kick to the face!
Wow!
Wow! It's almost like Vitor expected it to go to the body. I mean, he saw it coming, he didn't even move. Oh, right to the chin. Incredible. And that's just one of the things about Anderson. He's so unpredictable. He does such wild, unorthodox stuff. The front kick is classically a kick that's used to the body. When a guy gets hit in the face, usually it just knocks him backwards. But Anderson landed it perfectly, the ball of the foot to the chin.
And he remains the middleweight champion.
He's the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 25 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson, the Spider Silva!
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna keep it clean. Touch it up, let's make it official. Okay, let's fight.
Wow. No touch of the gloves in this rematch of the Rumble that took place on The Rock in 2006 when both men fought at 175. Okami and Silva for the middleweight championship.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go! Southpaw against southpaw. Black and yellow for the Spider. White trunks for Thunder.
Okami comes out stalking. Anderson Silva usually in the first round, he kind of takes it to analyze. He's like a computer. He watches what you do, how you're moving, how you're coming forward, what you're doing to defend yourself, picks apart your game, and it's pretty much over from there once he figures you out.
The jab by Okami.
Anderson definitely turned up a notch there with his intensity. A lot of movement. His hands are very low. He has to be careful with that. His head movement is very, very good. He gets away with it.
His head movement sick. Oh! Straight right. Knocks down Yushin Okami.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Anderson Silva will break the rules and make you pay for it.
Unbelievable is the best word to describe what this man does in the octagon against the world's best.
It was the same thing he did against Forrest Griffin. He drops his hands, asks you to come in, and then makes you pay with just a jab, and he drops you. Unbelievable.
First UFC in Brazil in 13 years. Big Nog and Shogun, both winners tonight by knockout. He rocks him again. Now he's looking to finish.
The way that he can confuse you out there is absolutely mind-boggling. His hands are down.
Knee to the midsection. Okami trying to protect himself.
He is so accurate with his strikes, Mike.
Big elbow to the midsection.
This fight's gonna be stopped right now.
It is all over! Anderson Silva remains the middleweight champion. Finishing Yushin Okami in the second round.
Gets him to come in. That was a jab, Mike. A jab that just dropped him out of nowhere. Never seen Yushin Okami get dropped with something like that. Just so accurate. Once again, it was the right hand, but it was kind of a shovel punch there, almost a kind of a uppercut and a hook. And right there, just picks his shots, and Okami was hurt. Finishes the job. Brilliant, brilliant performance from the greatest pound-for-pound fighter that I've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider
Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch left, do it now, go back to your corner. Good. Give me the towel now. Give me the towel.
If they're gonna touch in a second. Chael Sonnen.
Wipe him off.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson wiped Vaseline from his face with his fingertips on his arms and chest, and Yves Lavigne just wiped that off.
Once again, we are underway.
Man.
Chael Sonnen was all over Anderson Silva in round 1 in the first fight.
Anderson's doing a good job of covering up here, controlling the posture of Chael Sonnen.
In fact, he landed more significant strikes against Anderson Silva in round 1 of the first fight than any UFC opponent had in an entire fight.
Anderson's tying up the left arm with a strong overhook. Now he switches to the right arm. Doing a good job of avoiding ground and pound here.
10 seconds.
Still a dominant round for the champion. Excuse me, the challenger, Chael Sonnen.
Round 1 to Sonnen again. That takedown came 6 seconds into the fight. Again, Sonnen pushes forward.
Don't hold the shorts!
He said it amongst many things. I'm gonna put my head in his chest, I'm gonna put him on his back.
Look at this, Anderson has a hold of Chael's leg here.
Sonnen.
Solid knees by Sonnen here, but
let's go, guys, work!
Nothing really damaging. Drops down. Anderson trying to defend.
Good old-fashioned American wrestler.
Good defense by Anderson.
Looking to take the fight to the champion.
Separation by Anderson.
Silva trying to tee off now. Look at that. Chael will give him no space, Joe. And now Anderson starting to throw the strikes. Can he avoid getting taken down? So far. Wow, good takedown defense by Silva.
And that could be an early
turning point. That is an early turning point in this fight. That's a knee.
Was that a knee to the face?
Yes, it was. That could be deemed a knee to a downed opponent. But the action continues. Anderson. Big right hand. Looking to finish the fight.
Chael's in trouble.
It is all over! Anderson Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion!
Nope, that's to the body.
Yep.
That's a legit technique. Got on top of him and finished him off. It was a body shot that did him in. A brilliant job by the champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declared the winner by TKO and